Hello my friends and welcome, my name is Dennis and this is the latest update from Ukraine. Let's go to the north part near to the Belarusian border. Well, according to the recent news, it is confirmed that Belarus is sending the armors to Russia. They are not sending armored vehicles and tanks, but just artillery shells and rockets. So I think if they had been preparing for attack, they wouldn't be sending their weapons to Russia. It's just my guess, my friends. Still, we need to be prepared for that attack from Belarusian side. And now let's go to this part, the north part of the Kharkiv area, where Russia constantly attacks Kharkiv city itself using artillery shells and rocket artillery systems. However, if we see the timeline, you can see that we pushed them today from two of the villages, actually three. Tsupivka, Dubivka and Lobanivka, so we got some sort of the counterattack on this place. Russia has around 6 battalion tactical groups here in the north. It means that they have around 5,000 soldiers actively fighting with Ukrainian forces, but we also have even more forces from Ukrainian side on this part. That's why I'm sure that Russia will struggle in their goal reaching Kharkiv city, but you never know, maybe they can put reinforcements to the area, but not in nearby future. Basically because they put in the major part of their forces in Izum direction and near to the Severodonetsk and Lysychansk. By the way, we have the new function of the military map. I'll just press here and you can see the satellite fire detector. It detects any kind of fire, whether it's natural wildfire or maybe artificial fire caused by the artillery shell or maybe burning ammunition depot. We don't know, but according to those points you can clearly see what is happening. We are firing our artillery shells and rockets towards Russian ammunition depots and command centers. You can clearly see those areas. Yes, you can state that probably those are wildfires, but here there is no forest, my friends. If we go to the satellite image, you can see the forest here was already cut a long time before. And according to the recency, it happened less than 6 hours ago. And the yellow one happened 24 hours ago. The orange one is between 12 and 24 hours, so quite new fire spots for that place. It means that we give them hell. But also have some fires here on Ukrainian side. As you can see, this area where the fighting is ongoing near to Bogorodishne and Tetianivka, and I wonder if they were able to capture Bogorodishne. From the information we got, they were unable, my friends, and now they are going to the Slavyansk city. They want to push from Liman, they want to push from Dolina over here, and today they actually try to reach this river over here inbound Radio Horodok, but were driven out by Ukrainian forces. So far as I understood, we still have those bridges over here and one dam. Slavyansk and Kramatorsk are main Russians' target. I have my relatives now in Kramatorsk. We asked them to evacuate because our government asked people to evacuate from Lugansk and Donetsk Oblast, but still they say we're gonna stay for a while. Why? I don't know. People, just especially elderly people, they don't want to leave their own houses, don't want to leave their places. They want to live their usual casual life, but the life is completely different nowadays, my friends. So that is why it's better, of course, to evacuate. Lysychansk is under the shelling. As you can see, it's not a wildfire. Clearly those spots from the artillery shells, because they are in urban territory. And here are the fighting going on. You can see many spots of the artillery fire, and Russia still wants to get this road from Bakhmut to Lysychansk under their control, and they were able to cross it near to Bilahorivka. They did it already around 1 month ago, but but for now still it is the main defense line, my friends, from Bakhmut to Lysychansk. We do not use this road anymore, and you can see why, because lots of shells, it's very close to the front line, etc. Russia is struggling to cross the Siversky Donets river over here, still struggling, still they are afraid, but we have some of the fighting ongoing near to Privilla I can see the fire here recently. Probably they tried to cross it here because there's the island and the river is quite thin at that place, but I think unsuccessful for Russian Federation. And also they pushed, my friends, they pushed from Svetlodarsk to Bakhmut, and they were able to take to cross this highway or road M03 on the way to Bakhmut. It's kind of bad because now they can throw their forces to Bakhmut and provide supplies using this M03 road line. Roads are very important for the supplies, mainly because tanks can go across the field, they have caterpillars, but trucks sometimes cannot, especially after the rain, my friends. And we also have some kind of, yeah, it was shelling. Dubova Vasilivka was under shelling today. Bakhmut also under constant fire by Russians, as well as Lysychansk. Speaking in general about the Lysychansk, my friends, Russia got a successful attack in recent week. As you can see, they were pushing very fast, very rapidly, but now they are struggling to get to the city itself because we were able to put defense lines using our forces well before, and now they're struggling to get into the city itself. However, they have superiority and they use aviation, they use fighter jets, they use bombers, so for us it's very difficult to defend this place, but we gonna stay there for a while. I don't know for how long, maybe several weeks, my friends. The situation will be similar to Severodonetsk, where Russia lost lots of their troops, and after probably they successfully capture Lysychansk city, after we're gonna regroup our positions towards, I don't know, somewhere to Kramatorsk, we're gonna move this area and we're gonna leave it to Russians. Probably, I'm not saying that it will be like that, but Russia, after that attack, after that operation, Russia would be struggling to use their forces on a different direction, for example in Slavyansk, because they will be just exhausted, my friends, with that. If we speak about Donetsk, well, as you can see, lots of shelling near to the place, but so far no change in the front line. We have some of the change here, however. Okay, if we go to the timeline, you see that Ukraine pulls to Mikhailsky village over here. We took that part under our control, so here is some sort of the small counterattack by Ukrainian troops, but here are some of the shelling just recently, less than 6 hours ago, was from the Russian side, but we also fired to their position. Probably they fired from this village here to our forces, and we fired back. Moving to Kherson, my friends, here you can see the situation is more or less standstill. The front line is without changes. However, you can see lots of shelling all across the front line. It means that the fighting is ongoing, the fresh shelling, and just recently we got the information that Russia attacked Ochakiv and attacked Mykolaiv using their rockets, and they killed some of civilians, and unfortunately some of the kids also lost their lives. There are horrific images we have on the Telegram groups. I cannot show them to you because of the YouTube policy, and I don't want to show that images to my audience, my friends. It's just not right. As you can see across Ukraine, here and there you can see some of the fires. Most of them are natural, but here near to the front line, of course, you can see more of those spots of the fire. It means those are connected with the war itself, and probably with those fire spots you can see that Ukraine uses Himars rocket artillery system. So for example, here it's very precisely. And for example, here you can see some of the spots over here, and clearly it was the attack from Ukrainian side. And just let's measure the distance from it. So let's put the ruler and to the safe place, for example here near to the Slavyansk, so 60 kilometers, my friends. So probably it was shelled by Himars system, because the standard barrel artillery system cannot reach that distance. So we see that Himars is actively used by Ukrainian forces. And also a couple of the days ago we attacked the Snake Island over here, destroying some of the Russian equipment. Speaking about the rest parts of the front lines, my friends, more or less it's the standstill. Russia used their rockets to hit civilian targets here, malls and buildings and stadiums, random places really. and we see now the activity dropped. Probably that activity was connected with G7 summit and NATO. And also there are some of the news that Turkey made the agreement with Finland and Sweden, so they lower the veto for those countries to join NATO. Basically, before, Russia said that they are starting this war special operation in Ukraine because they are afraid that Ukraine would join NATO and NATO would put lots of military bases here in Ukraine. And now they have Finland that will join NATO. They have a very long common border, more than 1,000 kilometers long. Putin is just a crazy bastard. My friends, I'm gonna keep you updated about the situation here in Ukraine. Stand by for one more video today. And now please press the like, and also if you don't like what I do, press dislike. And if you want to support my channel, there are some of the links below showing you how you can do it. My friends who support me, you are awesome, and thank you so much for your kind support. Now I wish you a peaceful sky wherever you are. Have a great time.